Hey guys, Alex here at Saguaro, and today I'm going to show you how to install our power hub into your Mercedes van. So inside the box, you're going to get your spool of 2-gauge wire, this little bag of hardware so you can attach this to the headlight itself, and the power hub. And this is a great product for DIYers, for professionals alike. It's pretty simple. It just attaches right behind the passenger side headlight. As you can see, you take these off, and just behind this, you have all these studs. And you're going to attach this wire to the battery and then to the power hub itself, and this gives you all these points of connection where you can attach light bars, air compressors, your max air fans, really whatever you need to. And of course it's awesome, especially if you're not great at running wires. Running harnesses can get messy really quick, so this makes it much easier for you. So to install this power hub onto your van, we're going to be using a 7/16" wrench, a 3/16" Allen key, a 3mm Allen key, and for our drill bit, we're using a 5/16. You can use something smaller. The bolts we use are only 1/4 inch, so this just gives it a little bit of room so you don't have to fight them going in. Now we're gonna move on to the van to complete this installation. All right, so here we are on the driver's side of the van, and to get started, you're gonna remove the faceplate on the front of the bus bar, and the 2 bolts holding the bus bar onto the plate you're gonna use a 3mm Allen key to remove those. We've already done that, so I'm just gonna set these off to the side here. And now you're left with just the bracket. And you're gonna take this, place it on the plastic piece here behind the driver's side headlight, and line it up to the V-notch down here. And you're gonna take a marker, and you're gonna mark the holes on top. All right, just like that. And now take your drill with the 5/16" bit, and you're gonna go ahead and of course drill those out. All right, and our holes line up. All right, now that you've got your holes drilled, you can take your bracket here and just line it up with those holes. Take the 2 supplied bolts, they're 1/4 inch, set them into the holes from the top, and underneath there's kind of a framework that this plastic is supported by, so it's kind of tough to move your hands down there, so I recommend tightening them from the top. Then with your 7/16" wrench and your 3/16" Allen key, we're going to go ahead and just tighten these down. All right, now that we've got those tight, we're gonna move on to reinstalling the power hub. So of course, grab your power hub and your 2 5mm bolts that were holding it in. With your 3mm Allen key, just go ahead and reinstall this onto the bracket itself. All right, so now that we've got our bus bar properly installed here, we're ready to start wiring. And of course, general rule of thumb, before you do any kind of electrical work on your vehicle, you're gonna wanna disconnect the battery so you don't run the risk of getting shocked. We've already done that, so we're gonna go ahead and feed the 2-gauge wire down through the firewall here. And when you're running it through, you wanna be careful not to keep it away from any hot components like the exhaust or any moving components like your steering shaft. And it also really helps to have a second set of hands take this wire from the bottom for you. Right, now that we've got that fed through, we're ready to attach it up to the bus bar here. And you're gonna wanna make this connection first as opposed to the battery, so you don't just have this hot wire flopping around up here. It doesn't matter which stud on the bus bar you use. I just use this last one here. It's out of the way. Keep it nice and clean.
All right, so now we're underneath the van. Alex has ran the 2-gauge wire down, making sure that we did not contact any exhaust, anything that might get hot, or any steering components. So what we're going to want to do next is we're going to want to take this black clip cover off of the battery, bottom of the battery terminal. It's just 2 clips on either side. And we're going to take our 13mm socket and disconnect this. All right, and then what we're going to want to do next is bring our wire around, connect it to that terminal. Oops. All right, and let's snug that nut back up, keeping this as parallel with the other wires as possible. All right, and all that's left is we want to throw a zip tie on this wire, connecting to these other wires just to keep it from moving at any point in time during travel. And then the last step would be to put our black cap back onto here. There may be a little modification that needs to be done on that black cap to accommodate the thicker wire. Typically it's just a little snip off the side of the plastic and then it should snap back into place.
Alright, so now that you've got your power hub wired to the battery underneath the van, go ahead and hook up any of your other accessories that you may want to power up. And then take the faceplate cover, put it over the top, and just finger tighten these nuts onto the front. You don't need to over tighten. And that's it, a complete installation of the LaSuaro Power Hub. And of course, to find our Power Hub or any of our other LaSuaro products, check us out at lasuaro.com, follow us on Instagram, Facebook, TikTok. We'll catch you on the next one.